Okay, and I'll start the slideshow. Okay, so can we see what my screen is? Do we see a guy
Yes.
in? Okay, so this is one that was pretty interesting. It's for a company called Dimensions Plus, but like I've never heard of the company. I've never seen it
Me either.
before. This model, I've seen tons of shots of him. Um, what are your thoughts?
Let's see. I can't see the feet, so I really can't tell if he's wearing a hosier or not. But I'm seeing that where
You
he's
can't
coming
see the feet?
out of the leg. No, I can only see the from above the toes to the heel, and then the rest of them.
Can you see the full picture?
I can see the full picture, and the only thing I like about it is what I see of him wearing pantyhose.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of go crazy for this particular model. I've gone nuts over him, but I like this ad because it's it's just a regular dude, which is going to be a theme that comes up with some of the choices that are made down the road. Okay, so this one happens to be a rejected photo that I did for I See Your Legs. They had me shoot this photo, and I was it was rejected because it was too. I think the word they used was too sexual, which
Oh, really?
yeah,
They
Was
probably
it
thought it was
because your
too
hand was
fetishy.
like touching your leg? Like that's
I
all I can.
that was
Yeah,
I was confused, especially when I saw some of the other shots that they used for their brand ambassadors. So
Yeah.
that was a bit of a bummer. I don't know if I would call this sexual. I certainly have taken more sexual photos of myself than this, but
yeah.
yeah,
The only thing I can see then, for some reason, would just be the hand, and but it's not even that suggestive at all.
Yeah, I don't
thank
find
you,
that suggestive whatsoever, honestly.
Oh,
thank
it's
you.
just like, yeah.
So this one is from, I believe I can't believe I'm blanking on the company, but it was I think it's I Labelle.
It might be labels. Oh, label. Yeah.
Um, I'm not a fan of this one only because the choice of underwear is just very it's very pubic looking. Like if that makes any sense.
I didn't see that until you said it.
Like I
He he
just
he said it first.
I'm like all I see is I'm like wow that guy's got a crazy bush going on like and I don't
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
why would you wear black underwear with nude pantyhose?
At
I
least
mean,
you're
This also
nude or
looks
something like that.
very amateur-ish.
yeah, it's I mean, I've looked him up. He's like a proper model, but it's sort of like, yeah, let's black pantyhose. So I think we're in agreement on this one, like sort of a misfire. Okay. This one is from Threads. This model's interesting, and I hope pay attention to the tattoos and whatnot, because I've noticed that Threads has changed their stances on tattoos because you'll find some other ads of this that's the same like shot with the
Right.
tattoos completely removed. Like he has been
Huh.
detattooified. And
Yeah, I figured that was threads because I've seen that shot before.
I like it. I think it might be a little too sexual for any other like I mean, I don't see how you could put this in like a billboard or anything.
Well, I mean, if you really can't see the front shot, so I can't tell if he's wearing underwear or not,
I don't think
other
he is.
than the pantyhose.
Oh wait,
But
you cut it.
it's not a bad shot, honestly.
It
Like
isn't.
the like the panty liner above his butt almost make it looks like he's wearing like, cheek showing panties.
Yeah,
So maybe that
yeah.
makes it look sexual. Maybe if it was like sheer to waist, it wouldn't make it look
Maybe
as
that's
sexual or
it.
something.
Maybe he
Yeah,
is wearing pant like sort of like maybe he is wearing like little like super thin booty shorts.
yeah.
I,
I don't know.
either that or thongs, one or the other.
Thong. This
Oh,
one this was
oh,
okay,
there's a classic.
guys. This was actually done for a porno. I'm so ashamed. It was I didn't realize at the time that he was a porno guy, but yeah, this photo shoot was done. This is a porn actor. I forget the guy's name. He was so unpleasant. Like
His face kind of screams porno though, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah. we met at Grinder. That's how we met, and this was shot in Fort Lauderdale, and God, I'll tell you a horror story about this later for the patrons, but we'll move on. This one I think is God, but I
No,
forget the name, but am I being too uh immediately judgy by saying like the hairy legs? Why?
thank you. No, no hairy legs. That was the first thing because I've seen that photo before, and the first time I saw that, I said, "Ew, yuck."
Like
To me, I am completely indifferent. Uh, it's all I could
totally.
wear. But to me, like this just looks like very like this could be receptive to anybody. Like this could
Yes.
be on a billboard in New York, right?
Hmm.
Or LA. And it'd just be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd
I,
say the only reason I dislike is because I'm like, oh, he is just so like very hairy on his legs. Like he's got like
Right.
long
If you
hair.
take the hair off the legs, that would have been a perfect advertisement for a photo. I mean, I could see that totally happening
I think so too. I think so too.
because I
Now,
like the shot. This one's one
classic.
of my favorites.
Now,
that's always been a good one for me.
and you
Yeah.
know, Higher that Robert Safko, one of our guests, the guy who is the CEO of Shapings, he actually took that photo.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, I loved that was actually one of my most favorite episodes that I heard so far of the show.
Oh,
And yeah,
Wow.
his interview was amazing. Just to know the technicality of everything, the legality of everything, the history, the process, that was just like so eye-opening. And I was like, wow, you're an idol, dude. You are a pantyhose god.
right. And can you
Yeah.
believe that this photo was stolen too? Like a bunch of people like took it and made it their own. I think like didn't he say Gervais was the one that snatched it and put it as theirs?
I, I
Oh,
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
yeah, wow. I didn't know that. Because I thought it was
Yeah.
Gervais that, made it, produced it, owned it,
Nope.
all that.
Nope. And then apparently it was aired on television and there was a whole like confusion about it. And then they were like, how much does it cost to buy it from you? And he was like, no, that's not really how this works. Because you actually, if you look here, look at the shoddy like right here that you can tell that's where they bleached it out, the background.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can tell that's where they bleached it out. Yep, not cool. Not cool to do to a Robert. Okay, this
Oh,
one
But
I
but going back to that photo, that photo, I swear that was I was like, where could I find those hosiery at the time? When I found out that
right?
I couldn't get it anymore, I was so disappointed because I just loved the look of that, the shine to it, the shimmer and everything. It just looked sleek, and I
Yeah.
loved how that was done.
This is the equivalent of the man version promo for like
Yeah,
Cecilia DeRaphael, like CDR,
yeah.
pretty much. Like
Mhm.
those kind of looks, like those kind of shots.
I
yes.
will
This is like, yeah,
no go on as you were saying.
yeah, like it's just like it puts you in the same kind of mind frame as Rob was saying, like, I want that, right?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. And I also the him being so tan is what helps it too cuz like you got a deep tan, it always helps the sheer pantyhose pop. Like
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh.
absolutely.
Yeah. My white ginger skin, I try to like that's one of the and that's another reason I like to wear pantyhose just out and about under shorts is to hide my chalky white legs.
yeah, but you have good skin though. But you got good skin, you know what I'm saying? If like if you stayed out in the sun, you wouldn't look good. So you avoid the sun and now you got youthful skin.
It's freckle. And that's the thing. Like I love that smooth, creamy, shiny look. And for me to get that in pantyhose, I usually have to layer. That's usually what
Want to
I
know a
do.
secret?
What's the secret?
Dermablend.
Derm. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Dude, okay, if you ever want to now, and this is for everybody out there, if anybody wants to try some amazing, like, okay, you put Dermablend, it's basically this leg and body makeup that I shit you not, it stays on for a good 2 days, including showers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it will cover blemishes like you wouldn't believe it. Like I mean, it's amazing. They use it in movies. It's a little expensive. It's $40 a tube. However, it lasts for a while. So if you're ever like just wanting to like just like it's amazing when you put it on. You're like, I look like I'm wearing pantyhose already. So that's a little trick.
Wow.
Nice.
This one I have no idea what's happening.
There's too much going on right here.
I'm like, what are we supposed to be focusing on? What is the deal?
It's kind of ridiculous.
I do.
Yeah. Plus the fact that it's white hose and they're not very sheer, it just looks like what I would call tights, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Freddy Krueger shoes.
I was about to say Ronald McDonald shoes because
That
those shoes look ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what we were going for here. And also the permanent marker on his face, because that's not his. Like, I feel like that the photographer probably just wanted to bang the model.
Like as in a tribal drum.
Or yeah, or with their genitals. I just feel like this is somebody's very specific like look that they love. Where they're like, okay, I want you to pop a balloon wearing a Russian like snow cap and weird shoes and white tights.
It just
Yeah.
kind of looks like, I don't know, high fashion at the time. Like, I don't know what something John Galliano would do
Yeah, right.
in like the 2000s, like the Nantes and stuff.
And
That looks like my mother-in-law would see that and would just say Sigonka. Basically, it's somebody who's like doesn't know how to wear shit right.
I love the absolute just like the look of like anger, like he's so severe and his like stare.
Speaking of Absolute, you could probably just put a bottle of Absolute vodka in there, and Absolute vodka would steal it and use it.
That would actually be a really fucking good ad for Absolute Vodka because this guy you'd have to be drunk to wear this, I think.
And maybe he is just shit-faced drunk in this.
He could be. He could
He
be.
might be shit-faced drunk just to take this photo.
I mean, I bet I love the. Okay, look, and also, by the way, does anybody notice that he is literally wearing like it's khakis that were cut off with scissors? Like
Yeah.
who? No. Okay, so this is another shot that was done of us. This was not my design. I was told to be submissive. I'm actually wearing good old fashioned silk and mist in these shots. And little known fact, right when you remove that boot, fucking huge run in my pantyhose. It was so it was
shit.
Yeah. So I wonder right there, I'm like, am I acting or am I like literally reacting to the fact that he's just torn my pantyhose up and I'm wearing a slick it up outfit, which means I was gonna have.
Honestly,
Well,
I know how much you loved your Silk and Mist back in the day. I think that reaction, you're just really fucking pissed off that he put a run.
Dude, I was so not. It was terrible. It was a terrible shoot. Okay, this one is from I see your legs, and don't understand it.
It's
He looks
fashion.
a little lost.
It's just fashion. It's just model fashion. Like,
yeah,
trying to look mainstream, and this is like what you would wear if you were going to wear pantyhose out as a guy, and if you were a cute little twink, maybe.
Yeah, it's the contoured eyebrows. Like I looked him up. Like I looked up the model because he's one of the brand ambassadors, and the contoured eyebrows were only for this shot. And I'm like, well, okay, so I guess we're for this particular shoot, he was going for drag queen look. Like
okay.
the heavily like contoured like eyebrows was.
I mean, it's not a bad outfit though. I mean, but just the stance and everything. I'm just like, okay, he's got his hands behind his back.
Yeah, it almost looks like he has no arms.
Yeah, you're right. The background of this is not going well with the subject at hand, I think.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this trying to promote the pantyhose as well? Okay, so you can't even really see the pantyhose.
Right.
You have to know that he's wearing pantyhose to actually figure that out. And
correct. Yeah, you're right.
It's just a terrible angle as well. Like
it's lost in translation.
Yep. Swing and a miss. I see your legs. I have no idea. Also, this one's new. I can't.
Okay.
I'm like, are we at a doctor's
Yeah.
office? What's happening here?
Oh my God, right? Um,
Um,
a
like
bad.
look, he looks like he's about ready to go out on the ballet stage, and is like pissed off.
I mean, I'm wondering, is this AI or is this just like, I mean, because I can't tell. I can't tell because it's got a certain sense of just like very much like mental institution feel to me.
This would make sense. This would make sense if his face wasn't being shown, and if he was wearing some sort of like, I don't know, Lady Gaga headdress on it, like his head with like a big wig or something. Like it would just, it looks very more abstract, like art poppy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
And his
yeah,
face is also very done up. Like there's a lot of makeup on that face.
yeah.
I'm waiting for him to
He's
put on one of those 16th century wigs and start, waltzing or something.
That would
right.
look better if he had like a big,
That
huge,
would
like high top Marie Antoinette wig on his
that
head,
would look better. That would at least explain the makeup. Why?
You know,
Why the
and you know
makeup?
right?
what? And I would actually like that. That would have been a really cool idea, honestly.
It'd be like gender
Wow.
queer kind of craziness. This one is an old school one. This is the shapings. Robert took this one, I
Yes.
believe.
Yes,
Very
It's
classy.
oh, he's really good. Damn.
Yeah, he's a
that was
great photographer.
one of the few I really liked that he did, and that was a very classy, very iconic photo, honestly.
And I will say though, I think the model is a little bit like I don't
Uncomfortable?
and well also just kind of a bad attitude. I get
Yeah,
kind of
I
get
guess
maybe
so.
disagreeable. Probably probably thought that they were gonna be like bigger than they
It
were.
it's hard to tell with faces because faces can either say what they mean or they can you can try to project something and the camera will get it as something completely opposite. I
Yeah.
know at least with like if you're taking a selfie and you've have like your resting bitch face on all day and then all of a sudden you turn your the camera on to take a selfie and you're like, oh shit, I look like I'm pissed off like all the time. It's hard to clock the right look sometimes, but
Oh
everything
yeah.
else going on in here, like she is like, oh la la, whereas
Yeah,
he's
I
just
know.
kind of
She
she's
like,
looks like
nailing
she's
it.
enjoying herself.
yeah,
Like
yeah. She's
he
like, ooh la la, whereas he's just like, yeah, I know.
what's interesting too is the fact that he's making eye contact with the viewer. Like it's
Yeah.
very
He's
bold choice.
he's
Yeah.
saying like, yeah, this could be you. That's what I get,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. If I get really close and look at his eyes, he's kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, this
I
could be you.
totally
But
get that.
his mouth is just kind of like also kind of like, but
Yeah,
never at
yeah.
the same time.
Almost Clint Eastwood-ish.
Yeah, definitely that. I was like, kind of like sort of, is this an invite to a devil's threesome? I don't know. I think it might be. It's, you know, MMF, anyone? So,
Yes. Yeah. No, it's a beautiful shot. Actually, can you go back?
yes.
What? Just go back for a sec. Look at his feet. If you just like focus in on his feet and his legs, oh God,
No,
sorry.
he's gorgeous.
I would get carried away. Yeah.
Oh, you'd start foaming at the, well, not the mouth, but let's say other places.
I like what both is going on here.
You
So I mean,
yeah,
I'm indifferent.
yeah, yeah, you took the words out of my mouth, I guess.
Well, it's a beautiful photo because there's this thing called rule of thirds. So like in a good photo, the more triangle patterns you have, the better the photo is. And there's so many triangular shapes in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So rule of thirds. He's a gifted photographer.
And do you know what? Actually, this kind of makes me like think about whenever I do like to look at pictures of guys in pantyhose, I preferably prefer not seeing their face.
Really?
Yes, sometimes it's nice, but just to see like everything from the head down to me is like such just it's a rush. I don't like a rush to look at or like a turn on or just beautiful. Like just to see the kind of anonymous male form in pantyhose and just like their body is it's gorgeous to me. Like if you just cut off the heads right here, like I don't know, it would still be a great shot.
Question to you then. Why do you think that you showed your face so early and were such a like advocate of that, even though you yourself did not enjoy seeing it.
I don't know if I was ever an advocate, but it's just something that happens. And it isn't until you get older, I guess, that you kind of develop a preference and a realization for these things, I think. And at the time, I was just very young and dumb, if you will. And it just, I just had no holds barred. It was just kind of like if I had a photo with my face in it, I didn't edit it out. I didn't crop it. I didn't blur it. I just kind of maybe I was just lazy, or maybe I was just like, let's get it out there as soon as I can.
Have you
It
ever
just
had any negative ramifications from that? Ever?
I would say no. I would it's like nobody's ever been like, hey, is that you? Like on the street.
Yeah.
But definitely guys in the fetish community have probably seen like a pic or two of my face, and
Oh,
then
yes.
maybe come across like a, as you will, regular or normal social media profile that is me in my other kind of like, like my
Non-sexual.
non-sexual, yeah, exactly. And it like, they'll say, "Hey, is that you?" And either they found me because they just so happen to like, how the algorithms work, right?
Right. Right.
You have somebody's information in your phone or your contacts or whatever.
Yep.
It all gets mishmashed up into like a server that figures out if you know this person. Like everybody gets it.
Yeah.
So eventually, yeah. But the thing is, these guys aren't just random people. It's people who are seeking this stuff out anyway. And
Yes. Yes.
it's most of the time people I already know, and
Hmm.
I have probably also seen their face as well.
Yes.
So it's nothing that I ever worry about. Some people do like that I talk to are like, don't you ever worry about that? Like people recognizing you. And I'm just like, if anybody's going to recognize me, they're going to be people who are going to be doing it too.
That's exactly what I say. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you don't just come across this stuff accidentally. And if you do, it's not an accident.
Yes, exactly. God, you know what I
Yep.
found out today, guys? You
What's
know,
that?
I have been trained. One of my pantyhose shots has been trained for AI.
Huh.
No.
Yes, yes, it has. I am apparently now. I've been trained. I went to. It's it happened. I figured it out. But speaking of trained, oh look, it's our old friend. It's our old friend from Nylon Jean. Uh,
Steve.
no,
Oh, didn't he? Wasn't he like on TV?
he was. He was the
Yes.
representative of
Active skin. Active
Active
skin.
Skin.
Yeah, that's right.
He was a very masculine, all very masculine,
Yes.
and
Wasn't he like strictly like non-fetish? Every guy should be wearing kind of like support circulation, that kind of thing.
yeah, he definitely was one of those people. I think that he, let's just say like I did find him on social media one time, and he listed the Bible as his favorite book, so we can kind of guess where that led to. But yeah, he definitely had no sexual uh, inclinations towards pantyhose
That we
whatsoever.
that we know of.
Yes, no, of course, no. I mean, I think that like I think he did, but that's just my opinion, allegedly. But
Mhm.
as a photo, no. Like, what's
Yeah. See, do you know what? If his face wasn't there, maybe like waist down, I'd be into it.
the colors that the why olive green and sun like suntan like
Maybe that's just a testament to how much of a man he is, and just really that, you know,
yeah he's
fashionly challenged.
yeah he's so masculine he can't pick an outfit out that works.
Well, it looks like he's maybe gonna go for a hike.
Guys, this one is sheer text.
Okay.
So
I'm confused
fail.
on this one.
I would say
What?
sheer text. This is an actual clip. Like this is an actual clip from sheer text's ad
Oh,
for a
okay.
for men wearing pantyhose. This is a man wearing pantyhose.
Right. I don't know. I can't tell.
We
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
it's not moving. It's not moving for me. I just see
No,
a
and it's
hand.
the reason is because there's no need. I mean, I don't need it to move because this is literally like the clip. Like he just goes like this to the camera, and they don't show anything. So that's sheer text
Okay.
for you right there. This is another sheer
Um,
text shot. This is sheer text during Tough Mudder. I had to pause the video on point 0.5. This is the only shot that I could get of the male character or the male Tough Mudder wearing sheer text during the entire ad. It was, it was, and I don't quite understand the point of,
Yeah,
you know,
I get that. Yeah. I mean, I get it. He's doing the tough mutter, but still.
this is another sheer text shot. Okay, so there are two men wearing pantyhose in this shot. Um,
I see the one, just the one in the back. Where's the other?
the other one is unfortunately doing a very bendy dance move in the center where the CEO is up front. Like this is the CEO of ShareText. Like,
Yeah, I see her.
and she's dead
this
center. And this is the unfortunate
I'm kind of
model.
very unfamiliar with sheer text. And do they sell or market to both men and women?
Here's the
Yes.
thing. ShareText, I feel like ShareText claims to do so. I feel like they bury the lead a lot with
Bingo.
like this is another ShareText. Um, again, I feel like the focus here is not particularly on the product. I think it's more on the nipples. If this is another sheer text. I mean, I'm gonna be ripping a little hard on sheer text because I don't get it. This one does not make any sense to me because again, what am I being engaged with here? I'm looking
Well,
immediately at this young man's
who-
face.
well, like who's doing the editing? Like kindergartners? Like everything that was supposed to be kind of featured in the shot has been cropped.
Yeah, and I think it's a
Yeah.
cop out, honestly. Like I think they want to try to remove any sort of like actuality of it. But then what I do is I look at the young man's face and I'm like, you can tell it is he's in pain doing this. Like it looks like you see, like his face just says like this hurts.
It doesn't feel natural.
No. I mean, I guess maybe the point here from sheer text is like you can wear a pantyhose if you're getting pile driven. I don't know. Like that's the only thing I
Uh,
can think of.
yeah.
Uh
Oh my gosh.
Another sheer
Great.
text ad. I think it's a I think again bearing the lead. They have this lady
Looks
there.
looks like a music video, like still.
Yeah, this they have the lady there wearing very clearly like she's clearly wearing tights, and then they have the young like guy there wearing a black trench coat, black. I mean,
I mean,
if
you
you
can't even
just
tell. I can't even see.
yeah, it's pretty much it's again. I think it's bearing the lead. I think it's like we put men in tights in our ads, but we don't really want to,
Don't focus it.
yeah. And also her head is that's pretty impressive that like she really looks like her head's on backwards.
Right?
Got a very death becomes her kind of Meryl Streep moment. Like so, okay. Her question. So I liked this, right? I thought this was a cute sheer text, like young guy in tights ad, chic and whatnot, right? What do you think?
Yes. Now that one, that right there, I like because I've seen the sheer text, the video ad that they had that with the kid on the skateboard and everything. That worked.
Fun tidbit. We are not looking at him. We are not looking at a young man.
Young woman.
That is a young. Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's
Is that a skirt?
yep.
No, short.
That is a young lady. That is a young lady. They tricked me. This, yeah, share text is coming down on you. This one, I mean,
It's getting there.
we're getting
Uh,
closer. Milli
yeah.
Vanilli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the vampire nails. They're very bold choice. How do we feel about like the sheer text like line of like
You know what?
green line?
it all kind of looks like I don't know, something you'd find at the thrift store from the 70s that's like cottony.
Dang.
Yes, I agree.
Like something I
Another.
just would be like, pass.
This is another sheer text. Okay, so I bought this I because ordinarily I wear fair skinned hose. Um, I did not realize that the model was albino, or at least uh, because I put them on and my legs looked like I had jaundice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were like yellow. Like I looked like ill. It looks like pancake batter. But this guy pulls it off, I guess. Although what's interesting here is he's apparently wearing a large, which didn't strike me as a large person, but okay. Kara Hosiery, thank you. I
I
love this
love this
shot.
one. This is
Yeah,
an
this
iconic shot right here.
he's a badass.
Yes, he is. And actually, I follow this guy on Instagram. He's awesome.
Yeah, those shoes too are just fantastic.
He
I've,
the stuff he dresses up with his Kara hosiery is so on point, very street, very. I mean, I like his style.
You couldn't fuck with it, you know? It's like
Yeah,
it works.
Everything about this is just kind of perfect. The shoes, the shorts, the shirt, glasses, him, the
Yeah,
tights, the pantyhose. It's
yeah,
just all working. Like,
even the
let's
lighting is great. I mean, the way that it's dappled right
exactly.
on his legs.
yeah.
Everything is just so chill and casual and inviting. And he's just like, I am a cool motherfucker.
Yes,
Exactly. It
Yeah.
screams cool motherfucker.
it
Yeah.
is indeed. This is a win. Another
Uh,
another Kara Hoser one. I love this one too. I just think again the inviting aspect of it.
Yeah, I could care less about that background, but I like what's going on here. I like the shoes. The I like the whole outfit as a whole. It's just it works.
I think the green screen was. I think maybe the shot was put out as sort of like a behind the scenes because I think usually with a green screen they usually put like they
Yeah.
change it. But I mean, I think that it again. It's like, but immediately you can tell what this is an ad for. Like
Yes.
it's clear. Like
It's
it's
clear as day on this one.
it's just amazing how like few decisions. I see your legs. This is the shot from their explore the sexiness for male wearers. This is the only time you see a male wearer handling pantyhose in the commercial.
I did not like when I first saw the video to the advertisement this, and the first thing I said was, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Again, it's like why bother if you're not gonna do it,
I
right?
mean, if you're sitting there stretching it and looking at it like you're about to, have some, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with it, but it just screams, "What the fuck?" I mean, I don't know if it's just a European thing. I don't get that
No,
part.
see, I think that what it does is it stigmatizes male wearers. I think
Yeah,
what it does is it gives people a reason if they already have a prejudice against it to be like, oh well, these guys are a bunch of freaks because look, it's some headless guy who's like it's more of a bondage thing than anything the way this is looking. I
yeah,
just think
it comes across like that. Yeah,
and it's unnecessarily sexual. It's like the nips right in the face. Oh, sheer text. I don't I don't know.
this okay,
this this works.
this one,
This works for
go ahead.
me. This does
It,
work for me.
it does?
Yeah,
Okay.
Uh,
yes, it
yes,
works.
it works for me because to me, this is just praising fluidity and non-binary implications that to me like it's just celebrating a black beautiful person who looks like feminine and masculine at the same time, and especially they're honing in on that point with the choice of what he's wearing on his legs, I
I can
believe.
see that. I just
Yeah,
guess the lashes were a little too long for me.
But
Like
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it's
overall, go ahead.
who did this again?
this is sheer text.
Okay, this is the first thing I've liked that they've done
All right.
so far. Yeah, yeah.
What do you think, Rob?
personally, everything matches. Everything just works. I like the pose with what he's doing. I like how he's representing himself with this. It just it I like the whole the neutral background with it. I like just the whole color palette altogether. It just works for me. It I like that. That's a good ad. I can see that ad going out there.
All right, okay. This is I See Your Legs. Uh, I think it's a winner. I really do like it. I think that it's. I mean, the clown in the background's a little noisy, but I like the fact that they took this in sort of like a town square kind of
Yes.
setting,
This
and I
was
like
one of the very few that ICLX did that actually worked for me.
right, very masculine, but at the same time, like it's and to me, like this is if any guys are out there are like worried about wearing publicly and how people are going to judge. If you dress like this, it really doesn't look that shocking.
No, it
Oh,
doesn't. That this is how I dress.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Uh,
mean, I like it.
this is
I like that.
this is me
This is
for
an iconic photo.
LSAX. Yes, I'm proud of these photos because well this is one of the ones that got trained, but I'm on a Wikipedia article with this
I was
photo.
just gonna
Um,
say, when I looked up your name, this is the first thing that came up was this picture and you on the Wikipedia with this picture.
I'm Wikipedia'd.
Yeah, you're Wikipedia.
And I remember one person wrote me, they were like, "It's not actually pantyhose because you're wearing leggings." And I was like, "I'm wearing pantyhose underneath because I was." But that's actually and believe it or not, that's actually a that is a an old school Gucci jacket from the 70s.
oh wow.
And my dad wore it in the 70s and I inherited it and it was a lot of fun. Shot that in downtown Naples. I have no idea what this is from. Um, I don't quite understand it. It's a very odd choice, I think, for the, I guess is this Japanese? I think it's Japanese.
I think it's Japanese.
I love that
I
they
think
say naked ammonia process. I'm like, what does that mean? Hot
Lost
open
some
crotch.
translation. Oh, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
shiny.
I just ordered a bunch of suits, like the what is the name? But they're from Teo Bayo. I don't know if you've
Oh, I know them.
ever. Yes, and you have to buy them through Superbuy. But their naming process, a lot of the time, for anything that is translated, you're just like, okay.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
just
quite.
kind of
Yeah,
always, you always just have to guess, and you figure it out eventually. Like, that's what they mean. Okay.
it's a very interesting choice. I mean, a very interesting choice of what they chose to convey the open crotch. Um, I don't quite know what's
no,
happening here.
no, no.
Uh,
Just no. Please
I'm
no.
I'm like, why are we? What are we thinking about here?
I like the waist down. That's all I gotta say.
I like the seam stockings, but I don't like the choice. I'm like, what?
Maybe if the rest of the black was blue and it all matched.
And also, if he didn't seem to have a face that I'm thinking about something here, like
Yeah.
Academy Award winner, we ain't. Okay, so this I've never understood this shot. There's a fucking boa constrictor,
Oh,
which I never
yeah.
noticed before.
Oh, now I see it. Okay.
But
Barely.
I mean, why? What was happening here? Where they were like, again, I feel like this is a very specific model's fetish.
I think that the
I
pan
mean, I get
I
it from
think
the
they're
whole masculine. I get it from the whole masculine person side of it, but why the boa constrictor?
I
That part I don't get.
I think because the pantyhose suck so much that they put the model in, they had to do something with the shot
You're
to
right.
make up for that
Okay,
fact.
I'll get that.
They are god
Yeah.
awful. Like they look like they're maybe like the dollar pair, like like the
They
like
look like they're
bottom.
laddering.
Yeah, you know what? You're
Yeah.
right. You are
Yeah.
so right. I
Look
love
like
this one.
drugstore.
I love this one because the model just looks so happy. I've never seen a more like it Like he looks like he wants to punch the photographer in the face.
Oh, and the other problem is like his body just looks fake. Like there's something to be said about, nice bodies and pantyhose, but man, when it just looks like so processed, like it just looks like processed, like
Yeah,
it looks
like,
cropped like hell.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Photoshop.
very angry, very airbrushed. This was from LCX. This was myself. This was during the quarantine. They wanted me to do a quarantine pose, and so this is the one I did. Which I gotta tell you, it was a good time for pantyhose wearing. At least
Yeah.
wear them all the time and have fun. And I think
You still got that outfit, don't you?
I do. I do still have that outfit. Of course I have. Well, I
Okay.
have the top part. The bottom part, I think, because this was in 2019, 2020. I think they bit the dust since then.
Okay.
But I wouldn't blame a pair of pantyhose. See, this is the one where I discovered I'm like, the young man is not a young man at all.
Yeah. I mean,
She
I like the whole setup and the photo and everything. That I thought that was really cool and it worked well. But then when I realized that it wasn't a young man, it was a female, I was like, they buried the lead again.
Yeah, I don't like that they because noticed a lot of guys saying like, "Oh, it's so cool to see like a guy so confidently wearing," and it's like, well, it's not a guy confidently wearing, it's a lady confidently wearing.
Yeah, I had to watch the ad a couple times just to kind of just to see what was going on. And then once I saw it, like, they buried the lead. Okay, I see what's going on here.
Got to give her props for the tattoos though. That like looks like
Oh yeah, I mean they picked two. I mean, really good looking people to do it.
another shot from SheerTech's commercial where we're celebrating the CEO. and,
Uh, it's the
I
Peanuts party again.
I just am like I just never seen somebody who should not be center stage more. What are you doing? Like spreading your arms out and just blocking like every model's faces. This and then she looks like she's about to keel over. I'm being mean.
I'm waiting for Snoopy to come out with his guitar at some point and start dancing.
Oh my
This was
God.
another one I liked from Dimensions Plus. I loved this model. I thought, like
That's
cool.
not a bad photo right there. I actually like that.
But again, it was for a company that did not exist. I don't understand it. It's like there's hundreds of photos of this guy, and you can't you can't even do it.
Yeah,
So
I've tried finding them myself, and it's like you can't unless they're like from overseas and stuff.
they don't exist. They don't exist. I loved
Wow,
this shot.
that's
I
not
do
a
think it's
bad
fun.
shot.
Like I do think that I would have maybe switched the positioning of the two models on the right with like
Yes.
maybe move him to the center so they're not like looking so identical.
Huh.
But I mean, the guy put rocking the sheer pantyhose there, and I wish that they made those tights in like my size, but they don't. The bicycle ones, those were I think those are G Lieberman, right?
Those look like well, they sell them on G. Lieberman, but I think those look like the Amelia Cavallini's because
Oh,
he did
okay.
they did the bicycle tights and also the stars, if I'm not mistaken.
Finally, our last one,
Ah,
Gervais. It's a good one.
that's a
Gorgeous.
great one, iconic.
Gorgeous. Yeah.